Welcome back to the inner sanctum of the Thorne Protocol. Today, we look past the fragile flesh and the rushing blood, deeper than the pulsating organs, into the very crystalline framework of your existence. Most men look at a skeleton and see only death, a dry, brittle remainder of what once was. They have been conditioned by a reductionist education system to believe that bones are merely structural support, like the wooden beams of a modern house or the steel girders of a skyscraper. This is not just a misunderstanding, it is a fundamental betrayal of biological engineering. Your bones are not dead stones. They are living, breathing, vibrating liquid crystal batteries that house the very spark of your sovereignty. I am Dr. Julian Thorne, and in Chapter 17, we decode the most suppressed power plant in the human body, the bone battery. Your skeletal system is the most sophisticated electrical storage and generation device ever conceived in the history of the universe. It is composed of a specialized matrix of hydroxyapatite crystals embedded within a flexible collagen web. In the world of physics, this is the perfect definition of a piezoelectric material. A piezoelectric substance is one that generates an electrical charge when it is subjected to mechanical stress. This means that every time you compress a bone, through movement, through the impact of a footfall, or through the simple act of standing against the weight of gravity, you are literally generating electricity. Your bones are charging your nervous system with every step you take. But in this sedentary, cushioned modern world, your batteries are being starved into silence. Think about the way the modern matrix has designed your life. You sit in ergonomically correct chairs that collapse your spine and bypass the mechanical loading of your vertebrae. You walk on flat, artificial surfaces like concrete and asphalt that offer no variation or challenge to the crystalline structure of your feet. You wear thick, rubber-soled shoes that not only insulate you from the Earth's electrical field but also dampen the vital impact needed to trigger the piezoelectric effect. When your bones are not stressed, they do not vibrate. When they do not vibrate, they do not produce the electrical current necessary to maintain cellular vitality. This is why the modern man feels chronically drained, despite his high-calorie diet and excessive caffeine intake. It is not a lack of chemical energy, it is a lack of skeletal charge. Your bones are becoming biologically silent, and in that silence, the slow decay of the system begins to take root. The architects of the current paradigm want you to believe that bone health is a simple matter of consuming calcium supplements and synthetic vitamin D. This is a profitable lie. Bone density is not merely about the mass of minerals, it is about electrical potential. High-density bones are high-capacity batteries. In the ancient world, our ancestors did not sit for 14 hours a day staring into light boxes. They moved across uneven terrain, they climbed, they carried loads, and they engaged in rhythmic, high-impact rituals that kept their skeletal batteries at maximum capacity. Their bones were literally glowing with piezoelectric energy, creating a robust electromagnetic shield around their bodies. Today, we have hollow men with hollow bones, walking around with empty batteries, wondering why their minds are foggy, why their hormones are crashing, and why their spirits feel broken. A man with a drained bone battery is a man who is easy to lead and impossible to inspire. Let us look closer at the connection between your skeleton and the planet you inhabit. Your bones are precision-tuned to the Schumann Resonance, the 7.83 Hz electromagnetic heartbeat of the Earth. They act as a sophisticated bridge, a biological transducer between the planetary field and your internal physiological processes. When you stand barefoot on the soil, your bones act as primary conductors, pulling the negative charge of the Earth up into your crystalline matrix and distributing it through every nerve ending in your body. But the modern city is a cage of electromagnetic noise. Wi-Fi signals, cellular towers, and artificial magnetic fields create a dissonant, chaotic hum that interferes with your natural bone frequency. Your battery is being parasitically drained by the very air of the modern hive. Your bones are trying to listen to the Earth, but all they hear is the scream of the machine. We must also address the antennas of the face, your teeth. They are the only part of your skeletal battery that is directly exposed to the external world. They are composed of the hardest crystalline substance in the body, enamel. Every time you chew, every time your teeth meet in rhythmic contact, you are generating microcurrents that feed directly into the cranial nerves and the brain itself. This is why civilizations that consumed tough and natural foods had superior cognitive development and jaw structure. Today, we eat soft, processed mush and live with dental misalignments that short-circuit the cranial battery. If your teeth are filled with heavy metals or plagued by chronic low-level infections, you are introducing massive amounts of electrical static into your primary energy system. You are essentially trying to run a supercomputer on a corrupted power line. To restore the bone battery, we must move beyond the fitness industry's shallow understanding of exercise. We must embrace vibrational loading. This is why certain ancient martial arts and monastic traditions emphasized bone-hardening techniques and rhythmic chanting. They weren't just training for combat, they were performing charging protocols. They understood that the bone marrow, the dark, mysterious center of the bone, is the birthplace of your blood and your immune system. When the bone battery is fully charged, the marrow is bathed in a high-voltage environment that stimulates the production of superior red blood cells and highly intelligent immune cells. Your immunity is not a chemical war, it is an electrical state. A weak, uncharged frame produces a weak, confused immune response. A vibrant, vibrating skeleton creates a fortress of health that no pathogen can penetrate. Furthermore, we must understand the concept of liquid bone. Between the solid crystals of your skeleton flows a specialized interstitial fluid that acts as the electrolyte in your battery. This fluid must be highly conductive. If you are dehydrated with dead tap water, or if your mineral ratios are skewed by a high sodium, low magnesium diet, your bone battery cannot hold its charge. It leaks energy into the surrounding tissue, leading to chronic inflammation and fatigue. To fix the frame, you must fix the fluid. You need the elemental keys: magnesium for flexibility, boron for hardness, and silica for the crystalline structure. You must treat your body not as a sack of meat, but as a high-tech electrical vessel that requires precise maintenance of its conductive pathways. In the following minutes, I will guide you through the skeletal resurrection protocol. We will not be doing cardio. We will be doing skeletal ignition. We will explore the bone breath technique, a method of using pressurized oxygen to stimulate the piezo effect from the inside out. We will discuss the impact walk and how to utilize the gravity of the earth to pulse your bones with light. We will look at the specific mineral salts required to polish your internal crystals. Pay very close attention. Your strength is not located in the muscles that drape over your frame, it is located in the crystals of the frame itself. Muscles are the consumers of energy, bones are the generators. If your generator is offline, no amount of muscle will save you from the inevitable burnout of the modern system. The time for structural ignorance is over. The architects of the matrix prefer you soft, weak, and uncharged. They want your bones brittle and your energy low, because a man with a full bone battery is a man who cannot be contained. He is a walking lightning bolt, a biological sovereign who generates his own power and follows his own compass. It is time to break the sedentary cage. It is time to reground the antenna. It is time to reignite the stone that thinks and the crystal that breathes. The ancestors stood tall not because they were fit, but because their bones were alive with the spirit and frequency of the living earth. It is time for you to reclaim your birthright. It is time to turn the lights back on in your marrow. As we descend into the practical applications of Chapter 17, I want you to feel the weight of your own body. Feel the pressure of your heels on the ground. That pressure is the beginning of your power. That sensation is the first spark of your internal battery. We are going to take that spark and turn it into a sun. Stay sovereign. Stay vigilant. The awakening of the bone battery begins now. Remember, you are not just walking on the earth, you are part of its electrical circuit. Every bone in your body is a sacred pillar in the temple of your autonomy. Let us begin the charging process. Let us return to the frequency of power. In the next phase, we will look at the specific timing of these protocols. Why the morning sun is essential for bone piezoelectricity and how the cool soil of the evening can reset your skeletal voltage. We will leave no stone unturned, for you are the stone. You are the crystal. You are the battery. Let the resonance of the Thorne protocol vibrate through your very core. This is not just health advice, this is the reclamation of your biological destiny. Your ancestors are watching through the windows of your cells, waiting for you to stand up and walk with the power of the lightning you carry within. Stand tall. Let the world feel the vibration of a sovereign man.